to do with that area. But until the lawsuit is settled, much like the Carolina, I've got great ideas what I could do in there, but you know, we're not here for fantasy. First, we got to see what the outcome of this lawsuit is. But it's a shame we were put in this position.
Okay, we have only have time for 2 more questions, including this gentleman right here. So Marie will go first, and then this gentleman.
Okay. I'd like to thank everybody who came. I commend all of you. I know that all of you want to make the city a better place to live. I've lived here for over 40 years, and I love Margate. I think it's a great city. But I have a question, and I was wondering if each of you could answer the question in 2 or 3 words. You think that's possible? and listen, also, I'm going to hold you to the answer. A year or 2 ago, the City Commission was brought up at the City Commission to take this tax exemption away from houses of worship. I want to know, if you're an elected commissioner, how would you vote on that? Yay or nay? Simple question.
Since I've ended here, I'll start here. I have a split answer on that. I'm against taxing houses of worship. On the other hand, I don't have a problem with taxing churches that are being set up in shopping malls. Every time you open up one of these churches in a shopping mall, you're wiping out tax revenue. So that, I don't want to see all our strip malls turned into churches. As for houses of worship that are established houses of worship, I wouldn't tax them a dime. They add way too much to the community to take money away from them.
Okay.
3 words.
3 words. 3 words.
3 words. And my 3 words are, I am not afraid to admit when I make a mistake. And that was a mistake that I made several years ago, and my opinion has changed on it.
So you're no for or against?
I am against the taxing
Taking the
churches.
taxes?
Yes, yes. And that was a mistake, and I will admit when I am wrong on something.
We forgive.
Absolutely not. No. But I have to disagree with him as far as shopping centers, because a lot of churches start small. Some of them start in communities and people's houses, and the only place they can afford, my very first church that I grew up in, we were in a shopping center because that's all we could afford. We were renting.
Have to be approved to be by somebody to be a church to get the tax exemption? That has to be approved first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, all they can afford is that shopping center, the small rent, to be able to spread the word. So I don't believe any of them should be taxed, but no matter where they're located, they can afford their own building or not.
So your question was whether we were in favor of eliminating the tax exemption. My answer is no. I also think that the houses of worship in Margate have so much more to give than money to the community, and they're being underutilized. So let's have them pay with love, friendship, welcoming residents, doing other work that money cannot buy.
I think the tax exemption should stay in place.
Good answer.
I just wanted to touch quick on the shopping mall churches versus this church. That's selective, and you can't do that. If you're a religious organization, it doesn't matter if deep pocket religious organization or one just getting off the ground. It's religious. You've got to treat everyone the same and everyone equally. So I want to be clear on that. Now, to answer your question, separation of church and state, I am a firm believer in that, and I would vote to keep the exemption in place.
All right. Did you speak, Bill?
Yes, you do.
Very good.
I'd like to ask this.
There you go. The lights on now.
Okay. I just want to ask you, if the commissioners make the policies and then the commissioners break the policies, what would you do? And the example I'm going to give you is what they did to me. I got a courtesy notice that my bushes were overgrown, and they were. They gave it to me 1 week after the hurricane went through Margate. It was pictures of trees blowing over. This is our code department. And our and our commissioners. Now, I was on vacation taking care of another house I had. In 10 days, they re-inspect your house, and then it says on the courtesy notice, you are required by law to go in front of the special magistrate. Well, they came and abated my property. I didn't know what abatement was, so I checked. The commissioners decided to abate your property. They drew up a form, and this form had to be signed by the city manager and at least 2 commissioners. So I asked for a copy of that, and the response I got in writing, no less, was there was never one issued. The city commissioner or manager wouldn't sign it, so the city attorney went and rented a bulldozer and a claw truck and leveled my whole front yard. They stole $30,000 worth of trees and bush I had in pots, took my lawnmower, my barbecue grill, my patio furniture. And when I addressed the current commissioners, they said, well, we have no control over that. Oh, and when I went to the code meeting, the first 5 code officers lied under oath, and the stupid judge sat there and looked and never said, why are you all lying? And when I asked the commissioners to go to the code meeting to stop the lying, they're too busy to bother with that, and they have no control over it anyway. Well, if you make the policies, who controls them? And when you guys break the law, why was I just told, oh, they sent me a bill for $2,500 too. And then they brought me into court and said, your yard looks like crap. I got to charge you $500 a day till you fix it. Then they come back 8 months later and said, your grass ain't high enough. I said, you stole all my stuff. I don't have any money. I'll put grass seed down. They go, fine. We'll come back in 2 weeks. They go, it's not high enough. Charge you $100 a day. Now tell me, what kind of crummy commissioners do we have running this city now? And the code officers lie. I went there and caught code officers at Winn-Dixie shopping on our time with our tax hour. I was there Thursday, they're locking the door at 11:45 to go to lunch early. It's only 15 minutes, but if they cheat out of all that, they're cheaters and liars, and they know the commissioners won't do anything about them lying.
So what is your question now for the...
What would you do if one of your commissioners committed a crime that you wrote up and then disregarded and just trapped on a citizen?
Well, briefly, I just believe all procedures should be followed in their proper manner. And then, failing that, there are legal remedies that are available to everybody.
I will say that I believe everybody has the right to due process, and I hope that due process is being applied equally to all of our residents. In terms of your case specifically, it is under litigation. I know Commissioner Simone can't talk about it. I'm going to play it safe as a board member and not talk about your case specifically. However, I think in general due process should be followed, and the commissioners, I think collectively mentioned it before, we talked about accountability. They need to hold the city manager accountable, and in November, you all have a choice to hold your commission accountable at the ballot box. So I encourage everybody, if you're not happy with situations, to get out there and vote.
I think that as an attorney, I'm held to a higher standard under Florida professional rules of conduct for attorneys. We're attorneys at all times. So if we see legal wrongdoing, we're never off duty. We always have to do what's right. I just want to elaborate on that. I'm not going to discuss your specific case, but if you feel that the current commission or members of the commission, not all of them, are not up to par, be aware of who they are endorsing. Be aware of whether or not you're electing a continuance of what's currently going on. This is the opportunity to vote for real change.
You better believe it.
The rules and regulations apply to everybody. As I stated, there's due process, and I hope they're followed. And as commissioner, that's where I stand.
This is in litigation, so I cannot speak on
I've been following this for a while. I've been watching Mr. Krell. I've been watching him embarrass the city. I've watched him embarrass the city on TV. I've watched him embarrass the city commission in front of themselves. I've watched him embarrass all of us by bringing his truck to the Greening Grove and making us all look like we've got a city that's lost its mind. And it's all because the man was denied due process. They can't supply the paperwork of what was supposed to have been done before you take an action such as that. It is a very simple solution to just have given the gentleman $30,000, had some people go over there and plant some landscaping, and this gentleman would have been resolved. Instead, he's full of righteous indignation and showing up all over the place. You know, you just got to use common sense sometimes. You just have to, like Ms. Dearman did when the seawall was falling down, the rest of the commissioners stuck their head in the sand. She saw a very simple way, using the laws available with the CRA, to solve the problem. She spelled it out. The problem would have been solved. But no, they waited until the wall collapsed, physically collapsed. And sometimes common sense has to come first. So when you do somebody wrong, do them right. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I'm in litigation, let's not talk about it. Go fix the guy's yard.
We would like,
We would like to thank everyone very much for coming. We would especially like to thank our panel. I'm sure you'll be here for a few more minutes if anyone wants to come up and speak with you, but we do have some people that have to leave. So thank you again very much for giving up your time.